of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the London BlackKnights.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London BlackKnights and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think...
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Stevenson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Number 89. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 34-yard line.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 16 carries, 83 yards.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Second and 11 now. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
It's hard to be frustrated when you throw for nearly 400 yards, but I know he wanted to break that barrier. I think he got the pain eased a little bit when they named him NFC Offensive Player of the Week, though.
Yeah, when you get the award, you know you had the best week in the conference, you'll let it slide. But, hey, that number well within his range. You know he's got the arm to do it in this one. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 96 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 3 yards.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this play?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one quickly to Lamb.
Complete.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, Davis. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
At the 41.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Intercepted.
But no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where...
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Loss of 5 yards. It's 2nd down.
The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain any yardage.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling? Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? What we hear so often, how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. London about set to take over on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Don't walk out here, man.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there.
Defense.
Come on, dog.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys, nothing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
2nd and 9 now.
Cowboys 9-yard line.
And now he'll tuck it and run.
The quarterback on the screen.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 6 yards away. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
The kicker on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
Good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
The pass.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
account, he said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
I got you. I got you. Mike, check.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And 10 at their own 30.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down right.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
The kick is good.
And his kick is good. Just a 4-play drive that time.
Cowboys, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Cowboys.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Davis. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
It's now 4th down.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, but hold everything. Did they rough the kicker here? Looked like they might have. Let's see. So forget the field goal. Give them the first on that penalty.
How about that? That's one way to pick it up, but that's doing it the hard way, but they'll accept it.
So how big might the special teams mistake be there? Running into the kicker, and that penalty leads to 1st and 10. from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
11 yards there, first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 42.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, London.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
3rd down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. And this one is right through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. The Shamrocks trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Titans looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Panthers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4 yards. And the London first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard.
On second down, here's the option. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. You know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
He was tackled.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
For the running back.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10.
The pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
At the Cowboys.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback is sacked. Fumbled on the play. Recovered.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
Cowboys nothing.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he will find his man on the outside. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll set up a throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest.
It's 2nd and
They run the option on 2nd down.
6-yard line.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
2
yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. First down, BlackKnights.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And 4 yards to go.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Well, they bring their punter out there now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
3rd and 11.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense.
They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Now back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 21. Give him 16 yards on the play. And it'll move the chains.
London, first down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. Watch time. Watch time. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
At the 10-yard line.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays.
Cowboys, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevenson. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A gain of 30.
What a run there. I mean, you got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
Number 34 on the
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try to run this one in. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And this offense is running away with this one. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Number 86.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
It's now 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 8. Keeps himself upright. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
59 mark, check, 59. Let's go,
He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
The pass.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a gain.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Let's 50.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Open man Lamb. It's complete. 9 yards that time.
For a Cowboy.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And to give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line. But this is just going to make things worse.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for our visitors, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.